Yes. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Football. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere episode of the Barca Roundtable. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. First of all, guys, I apologize, guys. Unfortunately, there was a rescheduling in the time, and I didn't set the time on YouTube, guys. So I was already 30 minutes late, guys, and I basically messed up the whole time, guys. So a lot of you guys were already waiting in the chat, guys. I'm really do want to apologize, guys. Unfortunately, this is a stinker and hooked premiere show, man. But listen, the guys are already in the building, though. Guys, the guys are here already. Big up to man like Basariak, Jonas. Big up to man like Wedia. And listen, big up to Ghost TV, man like Jose in the building. What is going on, y'all? How y'all doing, man?
Good, man. I mean, international break started. Obviously, not something you like to see, as a club football supporter. But I'm happy we ended extended our lead. But Real Madrid is still playing catch up with us in La Liga. We got a win, not in a dominant fashion. Obviously, we'll talk about it. But I'm happy, man. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? Barcelona look like they're doing solid, right? So, of course, I'm happy, right? Listen, like Warrior said, international break. To be honest, the international break, it used to be amazing, probably 10 years ago. But it's just lost all the hype. Like the last 5 years, it's been so dead. So I actually used to love the international break, but now club football, it clears, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not close.
Hey, bro. I might be the odd one out here, but I'm gonna say it. 3 months out of the World Cup, I'm fucking hyped. I'm so hyped. Now, with that said, bro, I also have tickets to go to the World Cup. So this is the last international break before the big tournament, bro. It's just becoming more real. And yeah, bro, how can I not be happy? Looking at we played Rayo, got 3 points. Don't really care how it happened. It was a shame to see how the Madrid derby went a little bit yesterday, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah. What tickets are you getting? What's it called for the World Cup?
Bro, I'm going to Netherlands, Japan, and England, Croatia.
Fire,
That's a good
bro.
game.
Yeah, bro.
England,
Those games are gonna be
Croatia,
insane.
You got a lot of good games, man. Like I'm not even gonna lie, man.
Yeah, bro.
Some good games.
Nobody could text me those days. I'll be fully. I don't even know where. I'll be somewhere amongst the fans, bro. I have no idea.
Yeah, listen, man. Definitely envy you, man. I dreamt of one day, watching a World Cup game, but the US have decided to mess up my dreams. So it is what it is. I guess I'll just have to do content, man. Right? Just do a watch-alongs for it. Listen, it is what it is, man. Listen, the World Cup is coming up, and yeah, this is international break. Obviously, there's some few games coming up. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Gambia's friendly against Senegal. Which is going to be a very, very good one. Obviously, the US, we're up against Belgium and Portugal here in the Mercedes, by the way. So I don't know, man. I might be able to watch a game, man. Who knows? Depends, really, man. But listen, let's get into why we are here, man. We are here to talk about the best team in the league right now, the best team in Spain right now, right? The top dogs in La Liga, right? The top dogs in Spain, right? The best team in Spain, man. Right, lonely at the top in the international break. Still 4 points clear. It is what it is. Barcelona, right? We did the job yesterday. Obviously, we were the first kickoff, right? On the morning, right? Early hours in the morning. Fortunately, I couldn't do a watch along for that because I was at work. Right? Thanks, La Liga, for messing up the schedule for me. But listen, at the end of the day, it was a business as usual victory. At the end of the day, it wasn't amazing, right? We wanted a big victory, but look, at the end of the day, we got the 3 points, right? It ended up 1-0. Ronald Araujo with the goal. It wasn't a great performance, honestly, but you take those kind of victories, especially at this point in the season, right? And look, it's funny because I think last season when we played them against Rayo, I think we beat them 1-0 in the home leg too, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It's always close, bro. It's always close.
Yeah, it's always close, man. And at the end of the day, we did get the job done, right? Comfortable 3 points. But I want to ask you guys, man, what do you guys think? What did you guys think of the performance, man? What did you guys think of the performance? Because I don't think it was great, but hey, it is what it is, man. 3 points is 3 points. What are you guys saying?
Listen, bro. The thing is, I'm not trying to be too picky because at the end of the day, we got the job done. We got the win, right? And that's all that matters, right? Keep in mind that how am I supposed to say this, bro? Like, keep in mind that the Real Madrid derby, or not Real Madrid, but the Madrid derby was just a couple hours after our game. So the only thing that mattered was the win. Like, no matter how you got it, you had to get the 3 points so you could put pressure on Madrid. And sadly, they won, but we had to win our game. Like, if we're talking about the performance, though, not gonna lie, not our best game, right? Like, we didn't play all that well. I only think a couple guys like Araujo, I thought Pedri played well, but not to Joan Garcia, bro. This guy is the GOAT. What a goalkeeper we have signed. I feel bad for Espanyol. We need to, bro, just
don't feel bad for Espanyol. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't feel bad for them. Don't feel bad for them. Don't feel bad
for Espanyol. We don't feel bad for Espanyol.
I don't feel bad, bro. I'll do it all over again tomorrow. 100%.
Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is a finesse, bro. 25 million for an elite goalkeeper. What a goalkeeper he was, because I don't think we win this game if Szczesny, plays the game. He made a couple good saves. So, listen, Barca got a bit lucky in that second half. Rayo were actually playing way better than I thought. But at the end of the day, Omar, right? And you have to win. You have to win games like this if you want to win a league title, and that's what we did. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I agree. The reason as to why I'm not going to be too angry about this performance is because I know Barcelona is not going to play like this every week. I know this is not how we play. I know like if Barcelona would play like this every week, it would never be sustainable. So that's why I'm not even that angry. This felt like an Arsenal win for some reason because we won via corners. We didn't really create enough clear-cut chances besides Rafinha, who obviously won the ball by himself, missed the 1v1. He hit the crossbar as well early on. But besides those two chances, in the second half, I don't remember the big chances we had. Maybe let me know, guys, if I'm forgetting. So this felt like just get the win. A win is a win, by any means necessary. And it felt like the players were a bit tired still, our squad is a bit thin, at the moment. Kunde, Balde out, Frankie de Jong, Gavi's recovering, and so we can't be just resting these players all the time. So that's why a lot of these players are tired. And at the same time, this has a fixed system. You have to be intense, play 90 minutes on it in order for it to excel, in order for it to be absolutely perfect. So a win is a win. A win is a win. That's what I have to say.
Yes, bro. And I will say this. You mentioned the Arsenal little comparison. I agree, but we need to embrace that. We're about to be in April. This is the business end of the season. Style points don't matter for anything. When you're chasing a title, it's just the 3 points, bro. I do not care how it happens whatsoever. The same way that Arsenal fans everywhere should not care how you get results, bro. It is literally just about hoisting up the trophy at the end of the season. That's how I feel about Barca right now. I don't care. Where I care more about performances are the Champions League. We could talk about that. Because I've been battling Prem fans tooth and nail on the timeline this whole last week and a half, 2 weeks. But let me ask you guys, how did you guys feel about Araujo with how divisive he's been amongst the fan base? Not even just this season, bro. We're talking about the last few seasons. I've seen so many Barca fans talking about how they never want to see him suit up for the Blaugrana again, how we need to push him out entirely. He gets the goal, the only goal, and a massive 3 points for the club. I don't know. I'm pretty grateful this week. This week.
You want me to say this is my bro, because I've always gotten hated for this opinion. I don't even love Araujo, but I've always said he's overhated, in my opinion.
Yep.
And the UCL losses, I understand, bro. I said it, bro. You look at his history, bro, his criminal history, bro. He's got war crimes in there. It's crazy. It's bad. It is bad, bro. It's attempted murder. It's horrible. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with Araujo, I feel like that the Inter game, I don't really blame it on him, bro. Everybody keeps destroying him, but yes, he gets some criticism. But I feel like it's overblown. We conceded 7 goals, bro. We conceded 3 at home, 4 in the second leg. Araujo was only at fault for maximum 2 of them. In my opinion, only 1. Right? The winning goal, the one in extra time, that was on him. The other one, Jared Martin has to do a tactical foul, in my opinion, or clear the ball. Just get there. You have to win your duel there. And also, Acerbi's goal was just an amazing goal. His weak foot as a center back, and it goes in the top corner. That's just luck, in my opinion, bro. But I'm gonna say this: the PSG game, 1000% on him. But I also understand Araujo has these bozo genes, and this season, I was thinking legit earlier today, like, should we keep Araujo? But the thing is, bro, like, he still hasn't done enough because he's missed a lot of game time. So I don't know, bro. I don't hate him as much as a lot of Barcelona fans, because a lot of Barca fans, you mentioned Araujo, they're in disgust. Like, they hate his face. They hate everything about him. I don't hate him, but his career, like, what, in the last 2 years it's not been that good, bro. I'm not going to lie to you.
Bro, 3 years ago, he was considered what? A top 5 center back globally?
Yeah, 22, 23 was good.
Yeah, top 5.
Was good.
Yeah.
Like, I think his still best season, though, was maybe 21, 22, in my opinion. Like, that's where I think when he had this, you know, the duels with Vinicius, you know, Xavi, you know, I think under Xavi, you know, he's been absolutely perfect. But like Jonas said, bro, he has those bozo genes. You know, you can never trust him when the Champions League anthem plays. You know, it's something's in his mind just goes, I don't know. I think he's good in La Liga. Domestically, I don't think he hasn't even done a big mistake, you know, but you can't just be relying on him, you know, just you feel just uncertainty with him. That's my issue with him. I think overall his talent is good, like defensive, only based on defensively, he's arguably, you can say, our best, like pure defensive ability. I think he's amazing, but it just you can't be trusting him.
This is my question, right? So with Araujo, right? He's like because I will say this right now. This season, when he's played solid. But like the Sevilla game, the Chelsea game, when he has the bozo like moments, it's horrible. Like, it's legit, like it's like match deciding type of, you know what I'm saying, mistakes. But I will say that, I mean, like, are Balde and Koundé, are they any better than him? Because
bro, that's the question, and that's why I asked the Araujo question first, because we got to start holding everybody to the same standard, standard.
But the thing is with the why I'm sorry to call you off. I think the reason that's why Balde and Koundé don't get like crazy cooked or what you say, a lot of backlashes. Obviously, they've been bad this season is because they have been bad, like I said, but they don't have like track record like Araujo. They don't, like, when they make mistakes, they don't like commit like crazy mistakes like Araujo. And I think they had like amazing season last season, so it just all of a sudden they just dropped in form. So this is new. This is not what we expected from here, from those three players, in my opinion. So that's why I don't think the backlash is the same.
This is my one thing, okay? I don't care about, he hasn't made the season-defining mistake that kicked us out the UCL. Koundé has been trashed this season. Almost every single game, he's been awful. So, in my opinion, that cost us more than Araujo, like, for example, one time. And I kind of agree with Jose that, bro, let's be honest, bro. Not everybody at Barca gets the same smoke. Araujo gets cooked, bro. I see Araujo play good sometimes, and he still gets cooked. And I'm like, no, it's actually mad, bro. Bro, the Newcastle game, the first leg, was it? I thought it was Rafinha's man. I thought it was Rafinha's fault, and people are killing around. I'm like, bro, the guy's legit injured.
I said that as well.
Yeah, but to be fair, bro, as a defender myself, I am cooking anyone who walks back into a back line the way he did on the counter. Like, I need your ass to sprint back, bro. Sprint back and at least make the effort. Yes, that's not his man on the back door. That's Rafinha's, but if you watch him through that play, bro, I almost threw my TV just watching him. Just watching.
I think he had a cramp or something.
What if he actually had a cramp though? Like, bro, like you know what I mean?
Because he got subbed like right away after that, you know. So
it's not like it was like he played like the rest of the game. I would have cooked him if he played the rest of the game. You know what I mean? So
yeah, if I'm putting myself in Hansi Flick's shoes, I'm not saying get rid of Araujo. I won't be that harsh. I know so many Barca fans have gone that way. I will just say it's difficult to trust him in the biggest of moments. This is where depth, right, in the back line needs to be a priority, right? And I'm glad we're having these conversations now around Balde and Koundé because, frankly, bro, defensively, both have been trash this season. Both. I'm not even going to say like Koundé versus Balde. Like, Balde, bro, you know how many times on the all it takes is a 1-2, a one pass, a cross over the top on his side, and that side is cooked. Like, Gerard Martin has been left on an island so many times. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do about Balde. It's a massive issue.
Can I be honest, bro? Right? Because
I mean, so if I could just say very quickly, because look, I think that you all make a lot of good points. And here's the thing: I actually agree. I think that a lot of the times, Barca fans, they choose who we have the most smoke for over others, right? So, okay, so Araujo, sometimes, he can be frustrating. He makes mistakes in like the worst times, right? Which is a problem, right? I'm gonna be real. Sometimes, it's not that he makes mistakes, it's when he makes those mistakes that is most of the bigger issue when it comes to Araujo, right? But I've seen the season, right? Our defense has not been good. Kobashi has had moments when he's been sloppy, right? We've seen what's his name? Gerard Martin, right? He's also been sloppy. We've seen like Eddie Garcia, he's had his moments, right? And the fact that Araujo, we haven't really seen him play enough. I'm one of these people where I think if you are playing well, and that's the thing, Araujo, every time he's given an opportunity, I remember in the Alba Theatre game in the Copa del Rey, he played so well in that game, right? He scored, he was a rock in defense, and then we didn't see him start again. And that is where I'm like, bro, you're killing the guy's confidence. Like you could see, man, he was like, you could see the confidence oozing out of him during that game, right?
Yeah.
But then, you just choose to bench him, right? And let's be real, the defense is the biggest problem in this team. And I always say, when you have an issue like we have in defense, right? Try anything, bro. Try something that works. Try until you get something that works. And that's the thing with the manager, man. I feel like, yes, he needs to give more opportunities to an Araujo. Because here's the thing. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everyone at their best, Araujo is the best defender in this league, in this club. Not even close. I think that when everyone at their best, all of our defenders, all of them fit, right? Really, right? At their best. I think Araujo is.
You think he's better than Kubarsi? You think he's better than Kubarsi?
Yes, I do.
You are defending.
Kubashi, don't get it twisted. Kubashi has a higher ceiling than Araujo. But let's be real. He's like, at the end of the day, right now, if we're just speaking right now, Araujo is better, right? But there's still time.
Yeah,
but Omar, don't you have like take into consideration like ball playing and like on completeness? I think besides defending, I think even Christensen may be better than Araujo as well. I think Gerard Martin even.
Player.
So I don't.
An industry plant. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie,
this
man.
guy
I think
the
Christensen
game
is definitely Christensen and Araujo is our best partnership in this team. Bro, we only saw. Think about this, right? We only saw that defensive partnership once. We only saw that one season.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm taking Gerard Martin right now over most of our back line.
Yeah, bro, you know what?
It's a crazy thing to say, but bro, it is. And we drag this player. We drag this player.
Jose, this is my thing, bro. People know me that I don't like Gerard Martin, but I have to be honest. The guy has been cooking, bro. You could say he's been our best defender all year long. Like, legitimately, even Kabarsi's had his down moments. Gerard Martin's been the most consistent defender on our team.
You haven't lost with him as a centre back, by the way.
Bro, the guy's been available, and he doesn't. Gerard Martin, I've noticed he doesn't drop mistakes. Kabarsi has mistakes. Cancelo can make a mistake. Araujo can. Koundé can. Martin doesn't make the glaring mistake. He might get cooked once in a while, but the thing with him is that, like, I feel that's not a good thing to say if Gerard Martin is your best defender. But in my opinion, right?
But he has been, though. I mean, I if I'm going to be real, if we're going to nominate a defender for the season, I'll be honest. I'm giving it to either Eric Garcia or Gerard Martin.
I was going to say Eric Garcia is the other one, but like again, I don't think fans are ready for that conversation.
I would personally pick Eric Garcia. I think Eric Garcia, like the fact that we've seen him play at right back, at centre back, and he's been good in both positions. For me, I would give it to Eric Garcia, but I'm not gonna lie, Gerard Martin is a close second.
Yeah, and I will say, last thing I'll say on this is just that like both of these players, Garcia before this season got cooked by every Barca fan. Martin to start this season, bro, everybody, I can't. The whole timeline was just filled up with why does a club of this stature starting a left back like Gerard Martin when we have Balde or whatever the case may be. I just feel like both of these players we were extremely harsh on as a fan base, and look at them now.
Yeah, I think that if you tell me, because I think, listen, man, if it's between Koundé and Balde, I'm starting to get tired of Balde more than Koundé still, because hear me out, okay? Koundé, I'm still saying at his best last season, what we saw Listen, man, like I really like the dynamic of Koundé as a defensive fullback who's technically competent when he's actually locked in, right? With Lamine Yamal, who's not the best guy when it comes to pressing. He doesn't have the best work rate, let's be honest. So I kind of like that dynamic as the partnership. We just need to get competition for Koundé. So when he plays bad, we have a reliable guy who could legit replace him at any given moment, right? But the left back position, bro, my problem is that Koundé is actually a better crosser of the ball than Alejandro Balde. Alejandro Balde cannot cross the ball.
I didn't actually notice that, but that's actually a fact. If you
It's a fact.
Alejandro
And he's an attacker first. He's only playing left back because they saw an opportunity.
Yeah, but my problem is that Alejandro Balde cannot cross the ball. How many times uncontested crosses? Bro, I'm telling you, if you drop Jordi Alba in this team, in his prime, you know how good our attack gets. Like, people don't understand when I say this. But
bro, Lewandowski will eat, bro.
Yeah, we need Grimaldo. We need that Grimaldo signing.
But I'll tell you, and you know what's funny? Because I'll be honest, man. I feel like a lot of people, they've been sleeping on how bad of a season Balde has had. And it's mainly because Koundé, his mistakes are so glaring that it just gets the spotlight away from Balde. But I feel like Balde, ever since like that Atletico game where he was absolutely getting cooked by Simeone, that is the game where everyone was like, yo, we need to actually talk about Balde now. This guy has been terrible this season. When are we actually seeing Balde this season actually have a good game? Like, we would say maybe start of the season, at the beginning of the season, right? And then we like
I think Elche was his best game this season, maybe Elche away. I think he's been
okay, cool. Yeah, Elche away, fine. Yeah, cool, no problem. But still, right? One game. Right? We're in the tail end of the season. Like, that's another thing, and this is why I'm glad I'm hearing that. I mean, I've been hearing this news. I don't know how true it is, but apparently we're looking at Grimaldo in the summer. Now I'm saying, yo, go get me Grimaldo. Go get me Grimaldo. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I know Grimaldo is a little bit older, but who cares? At the end of the day, Balde is a younger left back, right? He could do with learning from experienced left back like Grimaldo.
Omar, I will say this though: I wouldn't sell Balde. I wouldn't sell him. There's a lot of fans, even in the chat right now, that are saying, bro, I would ship him out. I would get rid of him. No, bro.
I think it depends on how much we get offered, though.
Jose, you know what's the argument for keeping Balde? The guy has everything that you need except for the cross. But, like, my problem is, when is he going to get this cross? Because, like, he does have everything. Like, I would say he doesn't make that many mistakes. Like, I think he's a good ball carrier. Go ahead.
No, I think like his defensive IQ is bad as well, in my opinion. Like, sometimes it feels like he's overestimating how fast he is. Like, sometimes, like, he gives the attacker or the winger too much space, like banking on the fact that he's gonna catch up. But by the time he catches up, the striker is scoring a tap in. So a lot of the times his positioning, in my opinion, is bad. A lot of times he keeps the players onside as well. A lot of the players times that our highline is being exposed, he's like, he has the fingerprints on it. Him and Koundé, a lot of times Koundé, he used to struggle with that earlier, like last season with Hans Flick, but he adapted. But Balde, it seems like he's still, he doesn't understand how to keep in line with the players.
So with the benefit of doubt, can I ask you guys a question? Would you say his age might be a reason? Because how old is Balde? I think Balde is what, 22, 23?
22,
something like that?
I think, maybe.
Like,
he's still young.
This is why I haven't given up on him yet. Like, that's why, Jose, when you say that we shouldn't sell him, I'm not saying we should sell him. This is why I said, okay, go get me. Yeah, 21. Big up to you, Yoda. All right, he's 21. Like, bro, he's still young, right? This is why I'm like, okay, go get me a Grimaldo. Experience versus the future, right? And I feel like he would learn a lot from a Grimaldo. That competition with Grimaldo, because Grimaldo is what, 30 now, right? So he's like, come on, like, he doesn't have a lot of years at the top level. You understand what I mean, right? Yep. Long term, Balde is going to have that spot, but he needs that competition, though.
Yeah,
you understand what I mean, right?
Yeah. And I'll say this, bro. This is all recency bias too, because I don't think we were shouting like this last season, and I think it's because yes, his defensive IQ was still bad. Last year, there were still plenty of times that both Benfica matches last year, I remember thinking it's so easy for them to just beat us down the side. It's just, that's why the games ended 5-4, 4-3, whatever it was, bro. It was just crazy. But I still think you give him someone to learn behind. And I like the potential of Balde, at least into a point where we realize, hey, this is the most we can get out of a player like this. Maybe it's time to ship him out. I don't think we're there yet. I think we just forget how vital he was. Remember the Clásicos last season? Remember him and Rafinha finding ways to just create so much pressure by being that far forward?
Lewandowski as well.
Yeah, bro. He was so good offensively last year, despite the fact that I still agree in the sense that he can't cross. But
can I say something though? I still trust Balde in the big game over Cancelo, because if you were like Cancelo, let me cook, bro. Cancelo's back post defending is horrible. Like I know,
Okay, defensively,
they're both pretty bad. They're both pretty bad.
But they're both bad, man. Like,
bro, but I'm telling you, like Balde is just like, he's not like a generation. He's a solid average defender, and I feel like, especially if we play a team like I mean, let's just say we get to the final, we play like a Bayern Munich, a PSG, right? You're gonna bro, Barca's gonna suffer at moments. It's just they're too good of teams. They're gonna be on the ball, and I don't know, man. Defending crosses, like I don't trust Cancelo at that. So I don't know, bro. The left back situation is like, it's a real debate. Listen, I'm cool with keeping Balde one more season, but I don't know. He just got to show me signs that he can cross the ball, bro. That's just in my
opinion. He still has potential, so I might keep him just for the potential. Just maybe he can still grow to still be something, and I hope he does.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we always want our players to do well, because when they do well, then the team does well, right? But let's actually talk about other positions, right? I mean, listen. Now let's actually before we go to the players that we need to give the biggest shout out for, let's actually talk about a player who I think, honestly, at this point, I had enough of this dude, man. Man like Ferran. I know he didn't start in this game, but brother, Ferran. How many games now has it been since Ferran has scored a goal, ladies and gentlemen? I think this is his 10th game. He's now gone 10 games, ladies and gentlemen. Where are you? Eunice,
bro,
Jose, right?
Bro,
you guys who watch my channel, like,
yeah, go ahead,
like,
go
brother,
ahead.
Broski, you guys know, all right? Since I started YouTube, right? Eunice, you've known me longer than these two, right? You've known since the beginning, right? I have never, since I've been on this platform of YouTube, ever rated Ferran, because I've always said he's a purple patch player. When the purple patch is finished, wallahi, it's like playing with 10 men, bro. This brother offers me nothing of any kind of significance. You understand what I mean, right? If he was holding up the defense, or he's holding the ball up, right, to bring Yamal and Rafinha in the game, he's not getting the goals, but he's getting the assists, or he's moving defenders aside to make sure that Yamal and what's his name, Fermin and Rafinha get more space in the box. If he was doing that, I could say, okay, well, you're useful. But brother, you are literally not in the box when they're crossing. When they pass you the ball, you can't control. Your first touch is absolutely putrid. Bro, I have a better first touch than you. Right? Like, that's my point. I haven't played football in years, man, and I know I have a better first touch than you, right? You can't even dribble, bro. Even the biggest indictment of this game was the game against Newcastle, when everyone was just scoring goals left, right, and center. My man comes in, he gets a beautiful ball, and he tries to dribble past the keeper and can't dribble past man like Ramsey. I'm like, bro,
whoever said it's time for Love Island, whoever said it's time for Love Island in the chat, bro, that's a wild take. That's a wild comment. That's a wild comment, bro. Hey, listen, well, let me ask a question, Omar. Let's go about Ferran. Let me ask you a question. Did you think last season was good?
I think
he was. And you know what? Yes, he was. And you know what the beauty is, Jose, right? He was good because he was being played the right way. Like he's already
finished with
asking for us to play for him.
Bro, he's already above his goal tally from last season.
Yeah, because he played more.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, it's one of those things where, like, I know he's in a crazy rough patch right now. I'm not saying we should keep him. I'm just saying, like, sometimes that perspective is key, right? Like, we were all talking about El Tiburon. That's literally, it wasn't Ferran, it was the shark that we were talking about. Could maybe replace Lewa last season, and we moved so far away from that.
Yeah, listen, man, that wasn't me and Jonas.
Jonas has always been said, like, when Flick goes out, Ferran is out with him.
No, I've always said the day Flick leaves, you know what I'm saying, take this from with you. You know what I'm saying?
He's still here though.
Okay, fair enough. But I'll say this, right? Because listen, Ferran Torres, I guess overall, yeah, he's having a good season. Last season, he's having a good season. Flick has got the best out of him. I don't know, man. I just, like, he's holding us back, but I don't know. Maybe he's a bit overhated right now. He's not. I don't really rate him that much. He's a mobile forward, right? But he's in horrible form right now, man. And Ferran Torres, the thing with him is that I just feel like we just need somebody better. And when you look at Lewandowski, I just don't think Lewandowski is the answer either. So Barca is going to always have this problem. But you're right, bro. When it comes to Ferran, like the bigger picture, bro, he's gonna bag like 20 plus goals last season and this season. I mean, ideally, you'd like to have that, especially off your bench. But I don't know, bro. Like, I would say this: I would sell him for like 70 mil. I feel like, and before
No
people
one
call
is
me
gonna
crazy-
buy him for that, bro.
I agree.
No. Let me say this, okay? Before everybody says that's impossible, right? How come I always see these bums like from the Bundesliga? They go to the Prem for like 70 mil and they've scored like 13 goals. You're telling me Barcelona cannot sell a guy for at least 60 mil for back-to-back 20 plus seasons? Like,
Bro, the issue is the player also has to want to leave. That's one.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go.
He
And
would
then
actually
two.
do well at the MLS, by the way.
Oh my God, bro. We're talking about Ferran in the MLS, bro.
He would destroy this league. I'm gonna be real.
Bro,
I think Ferran would destroy this league,
Bro, Suarez will bench him at this point, bro.
No. Calma. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that, bro.
Luis Suarez will bench him at the age of 40.
Bro, no. Put some respect on the shark, man. Come on, bro.
No, but look. Okay, so no, but with all due respect, right? Look. With all due respect, here's the thing with Ferran, right? Ferran has a role which he's good at. His role is, right, be the understudy. Sometimes you're not meant to be the main man. Look, for Spain, amazing, man. If you look at his numbers for Spain, incredible, man. I said this in Spain, always call him up, and I understand it because he always turns up for his country, right? So I get it. But respectfully, man, right? Like, I feel like with Barcelona, we need to have a consistent striker that can either get us goals or basically be productive in attack. You understand what I mean? We can't just have a lamppost that does nothing in attack. Like, even with a Haaland, who in games, yes, if he doesn't score, he's basically quiet. The thing with Haaland is he's guaranteeing you goals. You know, when you put the ball where it needs to be for Haaland, Haaland will score. Just put it in the box and Haaland will put you 50 goals. Don't matter, bro. Put the ball in the box 70 times, he will score 60 out of those 70 chances. You understand what I mean, right? That is what Haaland is. So that kind of player, you can excuse when they have been completely quiet if they're not getting any production. You understand what I mean, right? But when you're getting production and you're still offering nothing, that is the issue. And when it comes to Ferran Torres, last season, the reason he was so good, Jose, is because Lewandowski was the main man. Lewandowski was the striker. He was the number 9. He was the one doing the job. And when it came to Ferran, he was always coming on 68 minutes, 17 minutes, when the defense was tired. And every time he came on, he was getting goals, braces, assists. And then even in games, certain games, when Flick would trust him to start, he was having that confidence because he was always coming off the bench and scoring. So he was always having that confidence that when he came on, when he was starting, he was still scoring. He had 19 goals, which is his highest goal tally at Barcelona in the season. You understand what I mean, right? All from what? Being the second main guy. That's it, man. Understudy. Sometimes some players are great at it. Chicharito was one of the best in the world at that when he was at Manchester United under Sir Ferguson, right? This guy was going crazy amount of goals from being what? A bench player. When he went to clubs to start, guess what, bro? You never saw Chicharito breaking numbers and records and stuff like that. No. And that's the thing with Ferran, man.
Well, Omar, I want to say this right now, right? Bro, I'll be honest with y'all, bro. Ferran, I don't really rate him that much. I've never have. So this is like, when people are cooking him now, I'm like, bro, I've been here for years. You know what I'm saying? You guys have just joined my side. But,
bro,
no, I'm being real. I don't rate Lewandowski either, bro. I don't care if he's a legend, bro. Like, he's...
Shut up, man.
Lewa is the one that has to go, in my opinion.
Bro,
with everything Omar said, yeah.
He's finished. I don't know why people love this guy, bro. He is finished, bro. The guy is legit a tree trunk, bro. Legit. Lamine and Rafinha and Dani Olmo and Pedri and Fermi, but they have to put it on a plate for him too. So I think we need a striker very bad. We got a guy who's not good at football versus a guy who's pushing like 40. You know, 50, legitimately pushing. He's actually pushing 40.
Not good at football is crazy. It's a crazy take.
Nah, bro,
not good at football is a crazy take.
Ferran ain't it, bro. I listen.
I'm not saying he's the guy. I'm saying that, bro, I keep Ferran as a backup. I'm saying what we need to replace is, yes, the 40-year-old striker that we basically have. And I know exactly who we should go out and get. Omar said he needs automatic goals. Who's more automatic in the world right now than Harry Kane?
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
Bayern ain't gonna let him go, to be honest.
Everyone said the same thing about Lewa. We were never gonna get him from Bayern.
Yeah,
look what happened.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What about big up to Melo? I just showed it. What about this dude?
Osimhen. Osimhen is the one that I like, bro.
Yeah.
I think you know what it is, right? Osimhen is out of all the strikers, right? Because yesterday I was watching obviously the Madrid derby, right? And I was obviously doing my, even though it was hit watch, I was also watching like Alvarez because he's the one that's been linked. I'm gonna be real, man. I've soured on Alvarez. I'm gonna be very real. I don't think this guy is what we need now.
He's not a 9.
He's not a 9. A striker who's gonna turn up in big games, Champions League nights. You understand what I mean, right? La Liga big games. I'm gonna be real, man. The Madrid derby during the start of the season when they won, I think 5-2. My guy has been dead the whole time, bro. I'm gonna be real, bro. Big games, quiet.
He plays like Fermin Lopez, bro. Like he's just number
Like,
10. He's not
exactly,
a striker.
bro. Like he
He's
plays like a 10, bro. I already have Fermin Lopez for that, bro.
Bro, Omar, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like I've been watching like Alvarez and Haaland a lot this season, like legit, right? I've been watching more Atletico. I don't know if Alvarez is the answer, bro. You know what he is, bro? I generally think he's maybe a better version of Ferran, but even his positioning, Ferran's positioning is actually better in my opinion. Like, hey aside, because Ferran makes like a lot. He's more in the box than Alvarez is even. So I don't know if Alvarez is the guy, bro. And we want to spend big money for him. And then I'm looking at Erling Haaland, bro. We're talking about Ferran. Erling Haaland is in like a all-time goal drought right now.
But Haaland is that guy. But Haaland is guaranteed goals, man.
What is guaranteed? What is Haaland doing right now? What is he doing?
Okay, but look at City though, man. Look, I'm gonna be real, man. I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna be real, man. I feel like people don't understand. Some striker profiles are different, right? When you look at certain strikers, right, they can give you more than just goals, right? They give you link up play. They give you all of that. You understand what I mean, right? Right. Some players are good at that. Some players do. They offer you nothing but goal. You know what the thing with Haaland is, right? If Haaland was just a goal scorer and offers absolutely nothing, but he was getting like an average of like maybe 20 goals a season, I would be like, okay, man, I'm gonna be real, man. Like you are not for Barca. But the thing with Haaland is this, brother. I know Haaland is guaranteed goals in the highest level. This guy, if you give him the production of Pedri, like Pedri giving the ball to Haaland every single week, every single game, Pedri is literally putting the ball in the box. How many times per game? Like 3-4 times per game. You're telling me, Haaland, come on, man. Like the numbers that Haaland put in this league.
I would definitely take Haaland, no questions asked. I'm just saying that, like, just look at the 2 targets that we're talking about right now. I don't know, man. It's just like I'll still give I'll give Haaland a little bit of a break because Haaland's always been like this. Like this is not really a surprise.
Yeah,
right? He's always been like this. So I don't know though, bro. Like I don't know if we're gonna actually, because I want to ask y'all a real question. This is a good question, right? How much do you guys actually think we're gonna spend after we get this 1-to-1 rule? Because I think we're only gonna spend like 160. I don't think we're gonna go out spending 400. You know, a lot of people think.
Look, we're gonna listen. That's because we're gonna talk about transfers later on, right? Because that's actually a very good question. Because I was going to allude to something I was going to talk about.
We're not going to spend pre money, bro. We're not going to spend pre money.
Because here's the funny thing, right? Obviously, we know what we need in the summer, right? Obviously, we need a reshuffling in the defense, right? I think the defense players. First of all, we need to clear some defenders out first. Then we need to replace them with some new defenders, right? Some in the positions, and I mean the whole defense, not just center backs, right? I'm talking about fullbacks, center backs. You understand what I mean, right? We've seen the links, right? Recently, we've even seen that apparently we're even looking at another backup keeper, Real Sociedad's goalkeeper, right? We're apparently looking at bringing him in, to be like Joan Garcia's understudy, which I guess is not bad, right? At the end of the day, he is a number 1 for Sociedad, right? Like it's not a bad thing. And apparently he's open to even coming to be the understudy to Joan Garcia. You understand what I mean, right? So he's fine with that, right? And obviously, the big one, let's actually start with the defense. Because the big ones that I'm hearing is Bastoni. Now, when I first heard of this Bastoni thing, I thought, nah, it's not going to happen. Inter Milan are going to be asking for around 90 to 100 million for him. You understand what I mean, right? We don't really, like, bro, we need a few defense. We don't just need one. You understand what I mean, right? But apparently, the word is that now Inter are open to selling for 70. Now, I'm just saying, bro. If I know we are linked to Marco Sanelsi from Bournemouth, which I'm gonna be very real, right? I've heard of some good things about this dude, but I'm gonna be real, man. Like if you see Bournemouth's track record of selling defenders, they sold Huijsen, who wasn't good. They sold Zabania, who wasn't good. Right, for PSG. I'm like, bro, I mean, he's on a free. Maybe I would take him because he's on a free transfer.
It's free.
But so if he's a free transfer, fine, right? We can go.
Free left-footed center back.
Exactly, right? But Bastoni, bro. Bastoni for 70 million, bro. That is basically our defense, like secure. Like I'm gonna be real, man. Like, what do you guys say? Would you spend that 70 on Bastoni?
Yes.
Would you do it?
Let me say this before I go. Obviously, I have to go. 70 million for Bastoni. You know, a lot of people just look at this guy. You know, they're skeptical. You know, because this guy tries to back three. But I think, bro, the talent is there, man. Like, regardless of the back three, you can see how good this guy is. I've always been a guy who prefers Schlotterbeck a bit ahead of him, in a sense, because in terms of price, in terms of, you know, his pace and everything, and he has the leadership qualities, you know, we need. But I think Bastoni, bro, talent-wise, ability-wise, he will absolutely gel with Kubarsi, in my opinion. 70 million for him is a no-brainer. I'll absolutely take Bastoni for 70 million. And in terms of striking, give me the Niger boy, Victor Osimhen, man. I think he might be more expensive than Kane, obviously, but I think he'll give us more season than Kane as well. That's the thing. So that's why I'm going 100%. With Victor Osimhen. But big up, guys, man. It's a bit of pressure. Big up the chat man, as well.
Listen. Yeah, big up to where you are. Listen, we'll be back, obviously, guys. Unfortunately, the show, it's not going to be too long today, guys. But listen, we're running this every week, so we will be back next week. And hopefully a bigger panel. But big up to man like Waria every single time. Appreciate him for joining. He just joined back, but I'm sure he's leaving. But yeah, there he goes. But yeah, guys. But listen, let's actually quickly move on, right? Obviously, with you know, the defense we just mentioned it, right? You know, Jonas, what are you saying about the defense when it comes to Barcelona? Would you spend the 70?
Listen, bro, you know what's crazy? Okay, so I saw a report that was like around 60 million, 50, it was like 50 or 60 million for Bastoni. And listen, bro, like, you know Judge Mo, right? You know the Inter fan. Like, he's an Inter fan.
I know him.
Right, yeah. And that's my guy, man. I was watching stream. I was asking about Bastoni, and I was like, yo, how much do you think it would cost, right? And he would be like, he said 60 million. He said 60 million. He's like, yours.
Yeah, I think they're really open to sell it. I don't know why.
Yeah, for some reason, you know what it is?
I think he'll push for it. That's why.
I think it's gonna because he pushes for it. Because let's be honest, Inzaghi, that little run that Inter were one of like the most serious teams, top 5 team in Europe for like 3 to 4 years, it's over, right? And I feel like it's a new cycle, new blood for Inter. And he probably thinks they're gonna be on a little dip. So it's probably the best time for him to go right now. But also, Serie A clubs are very similar to Spanish clubs where they don't get their best price. Like they you know what I mean? They don't have the leeway when it comes to the negotiating battle. So I low-key believe him. I think we could get Bastoni for like 50 to maybe 65 million. And I think, you know what? That's a great deal for Barcelona. Left-footed. He's a good defender. He's actually really talented at passing the ball too, man. Like long ball, short pass. He's got it all, bro. Aerially, right? Maybe his pace is not elite, acceleration wise, but his sprint speed is decent too. So I like Bastoni, man. I don't think he's top 1 or 2 in the world, but I think he's top 5 in the world. So I think Barcelona need to make that deal happen. In my opinion, probably get Grimaldo also maybe, and get a striker. They got to do that as the bare minimum. Left back, probably a center back in Bastoni, and a striker. For me, that's like the bare minimum for me, bro. That's what I would say.
100%. But
and only I'll add to that is
conclude for us, man. Before
the only I'll add is I think Bastoni's not rated as like a top 2, top 3 center back in the world because he plays in Serie A. I think you get him on a club like Barca, and I think that changes overnight.
I think people do rate Bastoni. I think that they don't rate him as much as she should.
Yeah, I still hear plenty of shouts for like even Kubarsi being ahead of Bastoni, which I think is honestly kind of crazy. I think that's wild. I think Bastoni has elite technical ability. I think he's so comfortable on the ball that he could push into the midfield and give us another number, right? Another option. But we're kind of building up an attack. But then, bro, his ability, decent speed. I know if we keep playing the high line, there's gonna be some concerns about his ability to track back, but it's not like we have outside of Araujo some elite athlete back there that can catch anyone.
And Jose, he's the guy, like, I'm gonna say it right now, he's a winner. And what I've seen from him is that he knows what to do the dirty work. When we were playing Inter Milan last year, bro, when they got the lead in extra time, smart. Yep. Like, I think he has the IQ, he has the experience for a club like Barcelona now. So I'll be open to it, right? But man, bro, I mean, that's true though. The Barca tax is real when it comes to the best in the world, because look at Joan Garcia. This guy, people are already saying he's top 3 in the world, and he just stepped foot in Barcelona. So Bastoni comes in, half a season. Can he have the same effect? Let's see, bro.
Bro, and he's
We'll see.
26. He legitimately is
Yeah,
entering his
he's
prime
entering his
center
prime
back
years.
years. Prime years, bro.
exactly.
We're gonna get the very, very best of this already highly rated defender. Bro, I dropped that 50, 60 million easy tomorrow.
Oh, easy
Find a
money.
way.
What the heck? Yeah,
Easy
I'll
money,
do
man,
it for
for sure. Hopefully, I mean, listen, we'll see, man. We will definitely see. But listen, guys, big up to every single one of you guys. Listen, guys, this show this week, today, the premiere show was very, very slow because we were supposed to start early. We were supposed to start around 4 p.m., guys. But unfortunately, guys, there was some other complication behind the scenes, and I did not actually set up the time correctly. So yeah, guys. As a result, we had to move the show today a little bit quicker, guys, because we have other commitments that we have to go to, guys. But listen, appreciate every single one of you guys. Big up to my guy Jose, big up to Waria, big up to Jonas. You guys will be seeing them in the next episode of the Roundtable, guys, because this is a weekly show from now on, guys. So they will be back. And listen, man, hopefully, do we go to the international with no injuries, right? Because Barcelona, whenever we have players in the international break, bro, it's always a stressful time, bro. These guys, Spain never bring our players back safe. So here's to us hoping that our players remain safe. But listen, guys, appreciate every single one of you guys. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We will be redirecting you guys to the football chaos, guys. I am going to be joining alongside Jonas, man. Big up to you guys, man. Vetsca Barca. Take care, guys. Peace.